Hey Warriors, AC here. Welcome to a new episode of Warrior Talks. So today we have here Kyle, aka Oculus.
What's up, guys?
So Kyle here is a very good friend of mine. We've known each other for a while, and Kyle's a very good videographer, very good photographer, graphic designer. He's a master of that, and he has a very interesting story to tell of his journey, medical journey, I guess, physical journey. He has a very good one, a tough guy, a warrior. Kyle, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. And yourself?
Pretty good, pretty good. I'm excited for this.
Yeah, that's it, man. You know what's up.
Yeah, it took a while to set it up because we didn't do a podcast in a while, but...
Yeah, I know. It's honestly my first time being on a podcast, so I want to thank you from the heart, you know? So tell me about you, man. What do you want to know, man? What do you want to know about me?
So, like I said, we know each other for a while, so...
Hey, cheers.
Cheers, man.
We sipping whiskey. What time is it?
It's pretty early. It's like
4:23 p.m.
4:23 p.m. Yeah.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, bro. There's no better time to start drinking.
Oh, definitely not, man. This is our time.
For sure. So, you know, ever since I've known you, I believe you had a scoliosis, right?
Yeah. Well, as a kid, I'm gonna go back. Well, I'm actually 23. For y'all who don't know me, I developed scoliosis when I was like 14, 15. And basically what scoliosis is, for those who don't know, is basically a curvature in your spine, or when your spine isn't growing properly, right? So instead of my spine being straight, it had like a S shape kind of. So basically it made my whole body look kind of crooked. And it was giving me major back pain, mostly on my lower back. And so I got followed by a doctor, and they ended up telling me that I need to get operated and that my scoliosis was going pretty bad. So I started wearing a brace, and I was going to sleep with it. It's not as if I was wearing it during the day. And night by night went by, and went to go get an x-ray after wearing that brace for like almost a year. And in 1 year I grew out of 3 braces, and that wearing that brace made my back worse. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So yeah. And they're like, yeah, wear a brace, it's gonna fix your posture, it's gonna fix everything, it's gonna align everything. Let me tell you, ain't nothing got aligned. It made everything worse.
So the brace made everything worse.
The brace made everything worse. The brace, basically, I got the brace before I did my first operation. My first operation was December 31st, actually.
Wow. So,
yeah.
But why did they recommend the brace if it made everything worse? Like, did they know, or
I guess in their mind, with their knowledge, they kind of thought that like the brace was gonna fix my curvature, because my curvature was pretty bad, like, honestly. Yeah. And basically after that, they were like, we're gonna let you wear the brace, and if the brace fixes your posture and the curvature of the spine, you won't need the operation. Well, let me tell you, I grew out of 3 braces. I had a carbon fiber one, I had a blue one, and I had a white one. Let me tell you, I had everything, bro. Everything that they wanted to give me, and they told me use to your best capability to try to fix your spine, you know?
Right.
And I went to go get that first operation. Let me tell you, it was brutal.
But when you wore the brace, did you wear like all the time, or just when you were sleeping?
Only when I was sleeping. Only when I'd go to bed. Honestly, I wouldn't wear it all the time. It's super uncomfortable. It was like it's basically like a whole brace that goes around my whole back, right? And there was a piece that would go down here and straight down to like my hip type. So basically, I would have to sleep in like a right up position. You know what I mean? Like straight, like
as you were standing up.
Like exactly, like as if I was a mummy type shit. Like I wouldn't be allowed to move. Like I'm strapped there, bro, and I gotta sleep like this type shit, you know? And like, I didn't really like that, so I wouldn't really wear the brace, you know? Moral of the story, I feel like I corrected my spine, doing me and doing what I felt was best. But after I got that first operation, it took me 5 years, bro. 5 years to completely mold all my muscles and all the, I don't know what you call it, bro. All the tissues and everything that's around the spine and everything that holds.
The stabilizers,
yeah,
and all of that.
Everything, all of that. It took me 5 years to get comfortable, like completely comfortable, you know what I'm saying? And like not have pain, be able to twist my body and move and do all that. 5 years, bro. literally last year, I went up for a checkup, just a normal checkup. You know, you go say hi to your doctor, take a couple X-rays, they see what's going on, and then you're out of there. But me, I wasn't out of there quick. Let me tell you, that morning, you know, I don't want to give you guys the whole story, but you know, I'll give you guys the whole story. It makes it fun. So me, wake up in the morning. It's 5 a.m. My mom's taking her boyfriend to work, type shit. You know, and he's like, "Yo, let's smoke a joint." So me, I'm like, "Alright," you know, take a couple puffs on my way to the hospital. When we drop him off, you know, me, I keep puffing. So I get to the hospital, I'm all chilling, you know, super excited to go take my X-rays. I get in, go take my X-rays, you know. I come back out. I'm in the waiting room. They call my name. I get into the room. I'm waiting for my doctor. Doctor comes to see me, and me, I'm high out of my mind. He comes to see me, and he's like, takes his pen, puts it on the table. He goes, "You need to be operated again." And I was like, I was high out of my mind. So in my head, I was like, no way, this guy's playing with me right now, you know? And at that moment, you know, I don't know if y'all ever been high, but my mind wasn't really taking into consideration that, okay, I need to have surgery again. You know, like, this is what's going to happen down the road, you know, whether it's next month or in a couple months from now. And it didn't really kick into me. And then a couple days went by, and I was like, my mom started crying. She was like, "Another operation? Like, do you really need that?" You know? So I was on a waiting list for about 4 months. And go ahead. You want to say something?
Yeah, well, so that's the second operation, right?
This is second operation, yeah.
So can you go back a bit to the transition from the brace? Because how the doctors, like, prescribed you...
How did they know I had scoliosis? You want to know the fact, bro? I'll tell you the fact,
sure,
bro.
Yeah, go ahead.
It wasn't even an actual doctor, bro. You know when you go to the doctors and, like, you have, like, those residents? Like the students? Like
an intern?
An intern, yeah. It was an intern that spotted my scoliosis. He told me to bend over and touch my toes. And he passed his hand on my spine, on my back, and he felt the curvature.
You saw he had, like, a zigzag in there.
A zigzag. And you imagine the life of that intern, bro. That intern must have got put up there, bro. He must have become a doctor the next day.
Yeah.
You know, like, the fact that he found out that I had that disorder, not even my doctor would have told me to do that, you know?
Sure.
And that changed my whole life right there. But, like, as you were saying, the transition from the brace to...
Right, like, how they... what happened from wearing the brace to, oh, okay, you need the surgery? Like, did it get worse? And
basically,
also, yeah, go ahead.
When I started wearing the brace, my curvature was at like a not even like a 20-degree curve. Like, okay, 23-degree curve is nothing. It's like a little curvature, you know?
So can you give some, like, perspective on that? Because I have no idea. Like, 20 degrees sounds a lot.
20-degree curve is like, okay, instead of it being straight like this,
right?
Let me just show the camera. This is straight spine, right?
Yeah, for people that are just listening, he's pointing his finger. That is straight right now.
At a straight right now, exactly. And a 23-degree curve is like probably like this, not even.
Okay.
Like, not even like right angle type shit. Like, basically like a slight curve. When I wore the brace, like, it basically like made everything go like this.
Okay, so
like a S. You get what I'm saying? You kind of see what I'm saying? So it cramped everything. So basically, after I finished wearing the brace, it went from a 23-degree curve within a year, 23-degree curve to 51 degrees.
Wow.
And more than 50, operation is mandatory.
Yeah.
So that's when the doctors realized, and they saw that the spike in my curvature, that I needed to have this operation ASAP. You know?
Wow.
And so from my first operation, you know, shout out to everybody out there that has like scoliosis or is going through it right now, or that it's just started, you know. If you really need the operation, do it. If you don't really need it, don't do it, because once they first start touching your back, it is over. It is never going to stop.
So it will always get worse with time?
Not saying it could get worse, but there's always something that's going to add up. Like, there's always, like, pain is constant. I mean, I'm not even on my second year after my second operation. This is technically it's gonna be 1 year in May 3rd.
Whoa.
Yeah, May 3rd is gonna be 1 year since I had my second operation.
It's almost the 1 year anniversary of your second operation. Huh?
Yeah, man.
Wow.
You know, like I still got 4 years to go because I'm, in my mind, I'm thinking. I'll tell you guys a story of my second operation.
But how, if we don't mind going back.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
So you
went. Tell me what you want to know. I'll break it down for you.
Yeah, for sure.
I've never done this before, so this is the first time for me. You know.
Alright, no stress. It's just talking.
It's all good, bro.
Because I really want to know how. So you get the first operation, right?
Right.
And do they put the metal rods yet, or?
First operation, yeah. Metal rods was fused from my hip, like. I would say, yeah, right above, like, I don't know what you call this here. The hip, or the pelvis, or whatever.
The hip.
Yeah, from the hip to, like, I'd say half of my back. Like yeah, literally half of it. And then the other half, they fused on the second operation.
Wow, so first operation, they
was lower back. They did the operation on the lower back, because that's where it hurt the most. And then second operation, they just fused head to toe.
So yeah, first operation, it wasn't like it still like kept getting more. The angle was getting worse even with the first.
Second operation, yeah, second operation, my spine was getting more. It wasn't my spine so much. Since they straightened up my spine, it pushed my neck forward. So like you see how my Adam's apple here is like super spiky, right?
Right.
Like, I could literally shank someone with this, like, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, it's so sharp, like, it scares me, like,
whoa,
like, I literally feel the tip of the bone, like, it scares me, but, like, when the doctor saw that it was popping out that much, you're like, that means that your neck is not straight, your neck goes like this. It does a S shape, just like my spine did.
Uh-oh.
So you see, that's why this is popping out so much. Your neck is straight, bro. You put your neck straight, you don't see your Adam's apple pop out so much.
No.
It's there. It's covered under the skin, Like, okay, maybe because I'm super skinny too. But besides that, I feel like there's no coming back from that operation, honestly. The only thing I can do from here on forward is just pray for the best and keep a good posture and see what the future has for me,
So there's no more like operation plan.
Right now,
I mean, they fused your back essentially.
They fused from the top to bottom. For me to have another operation, I honestly don't see why they would go back in, because there's no more space.
Fuse your neck as well, like
my neck is fused, kind of. The fact that I can turn, let me tell you, when I was in the hospital for my second operation, I wasn't even able to go like this. My neck was stuck like this. I wasn't able to turn or anything. I'd literally go to the bathroom to brush my teeth, and I wouldn't be able to turn my head or anything, bro. I'd cry and be like, I'm never going to be the same again.
That's crazy.
In the hospital. Like when you're in that moment, you just had the operation, you're super weak.
Yeah.
And under all that, like, super stressful. I couldn't even move, couldn't even eat on my own. Like, literally felt like I was paralyzed. I died for 3 minutes on that day, May 3rd. 3 minutes, I was out cold. I went for my first walk because my body was unbalanced, right, when they mess with your spine. And I literally collapsed to the floor, and they called the code blue, and I was out for 3 minutes straight. Woke up with like 30 doctors in my room.
So you died?
I died.
Really?
For 3 minutes. And I don't know how the fuck they brought me back, but they did.
Do you have any, like... That's interesting. So, I mean... Very happy that you're here.
Yeah, God bless, for sure.
God bless, man. But did you like remember anything, seeing anything in the? In like this.
That white light, the white light everybody talks about, that shit's real. I'm telling you, that white light was definitely there. If there was someone in the light, I couldn't tell you.
Whoa. So you were like in that limbo there, and there was it like just like a white light, or was it like a tunnel? Like, do you remember?
It was just like. I don't know how to explain it. Like, like in movies where like it fades to white, everything just like becomes like super.
From like black, it fades to white.
Not from black. Like literally, how I'm looking at you right now, and imagine like all these lights and everything being super overexposed. Like all you see is white. It just goes into white. Like
Whoa.
I can't even explain to you. Like, I was walking and I felt super hot. Then all of a sudden, I saw the white, and that was it. Like, and that white light was the end of me, and I was out for 3 minutes. That's what they told me.
That's crazy. So that was a crazy ride. Like, you had your back fused.
I had my back fused.
You died. Like, that was a crazy
Like,
operation.
Like, yo, and I never envisioned this ever. I never actually thought about this stuff happening, you know. Like, when this happened to me, I was honestly just in my zone, you know. Like, it ruined my second operation, ruined my summer. Like, I had plans, I had things I wanted to do. Like, last year, I had dabbled into the car scene, doing photography for cars, right?
Right.
Car photography. Last summer was my summer, man. That was the moment. Everybody was out. Everybody was doing things, you know. Like, I had to be out there shooting. But I couldn't. My operation held me down, you know.
Wow. But, yeah, no.
It made me real sad, bro. Like, honestly, it changed my views on everything, you know. And everybody that I meet till this day, like, even everybody who listens to this podcast, you know, whoever listens, whoever wants to listen, you know, I just want to, I'm not saying I'm here to teach y'all, but I'm here to just spread the message to say, you know, you only got one life, and you honestly got to do whatever you can to prove your best shot.
Because you never know what will happen.
Exactly. You finished it, bro.
So you always, like, want to live like it's like your last day, you know?
Exactly. I live every night like it's my last day, bro. Because you don't know what can happen today, what can happen tomorrow. You really don't know.
That's true.
Everything is... There's a lot that's in your control. But there's a lot that isn't. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, look, my mom, my grandmother, they just got into a car accident like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, crazy. The guy burned a red light in an Audi. He was driving with his son. And my mom was going straight. And the light was red. The light was green for her. And the light was red for him. And he just burned through the red light. Hit my mom. My grandmother's in crazy pain, bro, at home right now, you know?
Shit.
Like, I'm not saying my grandma was perfect before. Like, she wasn't in perfect condition before. But right now, you know, this doesn't help on top of it. Or her arthritis in her legs and all that, you know, like, it's not easy. You know, like, it's not like we could have prevented that from happening. It's not like we could have judged the future and be like, okay, this was going to happen today. You know?
There's no way to know.
Exactly. There's honestly no way. There's only so much you could control and so much you have control of. That whatever else happens in this world, you just got to go with it, you know?
Yeah, you know who Marcus Aurelius is?
No.
So Marcus
Enlighten
Aurelius...
Enlighten me.
I got you. Marcus Aurelius was a Roman emperor. And on top of that, he was like a philosopher as well. So he wrote a book called Meditations. And, well, the book, it's not him who wrote it. The book is like a lot of quotes of things he wrote and said it throughout his life. So it's a book like full of quotes.
Okay.
And one of the things...
Like an inspirational book type thing. Like,
well, not really. It's more...
Showing his ways or something?
You know Stoicism? Did you hear about being stoic?
Oh, yeah, Stoic, yeah.
So that's kind of like the grandfather book of Stoicism. He's kind of like, not the founder, but, you know, he's like one of the big proponents of Stoicism. And one of the things he talks a lot about that book is to focus on what you can control, and what you can't control, don't let it like disturb you too much. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because a lot of people, like, they focus so much things on like something that it's outside, not only outside of their reach, but a lot of like what's outside of their life. Like, you know, a lot of people, like, they will know every detail about like how the Kardashians are living, their relationships. For sure. And then you ask them, okay, you know all about those people, you focus a lot on their lives. What about your life? And they go like, well, you know, I do this. I go to work, nothing too much. Like, wow, why do you focus?
Like, how do you know so much about these people, but about yourself, it's nothing to you?
Exactly, right? So, and instead of like focusing on themselves, they kind of like, not necessarily like destroy themselves, but you can't like go to your full potential if you focus on other things other than yourself.
It's like beating yourself over knowledge that you don't need.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, there's people out there that, you know, come up to me or we just talk, or friends, you know, and we're just like, they're talking to me about things that are happening in the world, but just don't really relate to what we're speaking about, you know? And then at the end of the day, when it comes to speaking about them, they ain't got much to show or don't have much to say because, you know, they don't really care about themselves. They're caring about what's going on around themselves, outside of the world, you know?
Yeah, so my
You get what I'm
point,
saying?
yeah, for sure. And, you know, like, going back to what you said earlier, to live your life
Yeah.
on the day, it's like, you can't control everything, so might as well not focus as much time on them. You know, like, oh,
Right.
what would happen if this, or what would happen if that? Like, of course, like, there's risk in life. You won't just, like, go and jump off a cliff, right? Like,
Right,
you will
of course.
take smart decisions, but at the same time, don't limit yourself on, like, based on what might happen, you know?
Right. Oh, it's all about like the same thing. Like for it just goes for everything. Like when you think about like, what if this happens? What if that happens? You're only thinking about that because you're putting yourself in that situation. You're putting yourself in that position to think about that when it actually never happened. You know?
Yeah.
Like I'll sorry. There's always this one thing that I'll never forget. You know? And this thing, like, I learned this through relationships. And, you know, one of my buddies always told me, and shout out to my buddy Gabby, you know, he put me on the music scene and all that. But, you know, one thing he taught me was that don't ever put yourself in a position 2 times, like twice. You know what I mean?
Say that again?
Don't ever put yourself in a position that you're going to be in there 2 times.
Can you,
like, elaborate?
Explain? Yeah.
Basically, like, don't beat yourself over something that hasn't happened yet, but you know it's gonna happen. You know?
So you mean like don't beat yourself on something that will happen before it happens, so that way you won't beat yourself twice on it.
Yeah, you kind of get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I honestly don't even know how to explain it. Like, I'm trying to figure out word per word what my boy said, but at this point in time, this moment, I really just can't put a finger on it, but I know the exact meaning, and it goes for almost like a lot, like literally goes for a lot of things. Because like, you know, let's say you're working on this one project, and the client wants this, but you know that is good for him, but what he wants doesn't really add up to what you guys want to do, you know? So you show him your way, and he's like, I don't really mess with that. But you know that your way is better than what he wants because he doesn't know any of the knowledge of what you're doing.
Yeah.
I think you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that goes for that. Like, it's the same thing, you know? Do things once, don't do them twice. And if you want them done the right way, do it yourself. Don't make anybody else do it, bro.
Word.
For sure, you know. Cheers, man.
Bro.
You know, you still got you ain't got nothing there, man.
Almost
If I was drinking that much, bro, I'd be out on the floor, bro. Gone.
Yeah, well, I'm a big boy, so I can take a lot. But yeah, no, but it's pretty good. I like this whiskey a lot. It's not.
Oh yeah, it's good, bro. I'm telling you that. You guys can see me. We lit.
Because a lot of whiskeys, like a lot of like hard, you know, the higher alcohols, they taste like pretty, you know, like what's it? The alcohol to like wash.
Rubbing
alcohol. But this one, it's like very blended. It's nice.
I don't know. I like whiskey. I like brandy, stuff that has more of a taste to it. Like,
right, not just like
not
vodka.
so much alcohol, vodka. You know, like maybe it has like a bit of, you know, piney taste or like.
Yeah.
I don't even know, bro. I've tasted like so much stuff. It's just like, what do you like to drink, bro? Let's jump on that topic.
Yeah, well, I like beer. That's my favorite
Beer?
one.
Yeah. What kind of beer? Like what beer?
So if I'm like just casually drinking a beer like at home, you know, after work, not workout, but after like I don't know, cutting the grass or whatever, I like a blonde beer, standard one.
A blonde, so like a Corona?
Yeah, I'm more of a fan of the European one, Stella, Heineken.
Stella, okay.
That's like more my
Do you like
vibe.
Sapporo?
Sapporo's good.
Sapporo's,
Sapporo's tasty.
Japanese
Those
beer.
Japanese fellas,
Wow.
they got it. But yeah, blonde in general, I usually have what we have at home, you know, Stella, Heineken, sometimes Sapporo.
Yeah.
Corona and Dos Equis, not as much.
Those Equis I've never had, honestly. I've tried Modelo. Modelo's really nice.
Modelo's pretty good too.
Bottles are small, man.
Yeah, well, they're not high, but they're pretty wide. So I think it's the same quantity.
Guaranteed they pack a punch.
Yeah, I didn't drink Modelo in a while, so I don't really remember.
Me neither, honestly. I've only tried it once.
From what I remember, though, it tastes a lot like a Corona or Dos Equis.
Yeah? I think Modelo and Corona and Dosix or
like
X's, whatever, is the same guys, you know.
Probably, yeah.
And just exactly like
having 3 brands, see which one works best. Corona took a hit though with the coronavirus.
With the virus,
with the COVID.
Yo, but, let's talk about that, man. How did COVID hit you, man?
So the actual disease, I got it once.
Serious?
Yeah, I got it a while back when Delta was the like high variant. Remember?
Okay, yeah, when
like
they had this
tough
new.
One. Yeah. So Delta, you know, I had it, but I felt it. You know, it wasn't.
How'd you catch it? You don't know?
I don't remember. No, don't really remember.
Just out of the blue, you felt like sick.
Yeah, well, you know, it came in gradually. But I knew there was something. At first, I didn't know if it was COVID or not. Then it was COVID, so you know.
You got tested? You got it positive, saying like,
I got and got it. It wasn't too bad. The worst thing that happened to me was I lost my smell during that time. So I barely ate, not because like I couldn't eat, because the food didn't taste good. You know, because. You have like the sense of taste,
right?
That you taste the food, and you have your smell that kind of like they kind of work together when you eat something.
It's like when it smells good, you know, shit gonna taste good, you know.
For sure, but sometimes it's tricky though. Sometimes something tastes good, it smells good, and then you taste like whoa, like, you know, tea, you know,
tea,
like teas, they smell good, and then for me they smell good. But when I drink, it tastes like it doesn't taste good to me. Like the taste and the smell are not the same. Sometimes like you get one, it's fruity, you know, it's nice. Then you taste it, it tastes like water. Anyway, but yeah, so you know they're kind of linked together, the smell and the taste. So when I lost my smell, I only had my taste left, and taste I could only like feel if it was sweet or salty. I didn't really feel like the other flavors of the food. And so like food didn't really taste that good, so I didn't really eat. I lost like 3 kilos in like a week.
That's insane, bro.
That was nice, but you know.
I didn't catch COVID, man. I didn't catch nothing. I was, you know, back when we had the curfew and all that, like, I'll be honest with you, bro. I was with Carlos all the time, you know, my boy Carlos.
Yeah.
I was in the garage. We were working on his Subaru, like.
Yeah, I mean.
We were inside, man, working on his car, doing our thing. Yeah. And then we started off B&B, you know. Shout out to B&B.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
You know. But yeah, man. That was our life during COVID. I mean, it didn't really hit me that bad. I mean, it was pretty bad, the fact that we couldn't be out for a certain amount of time, like from 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock.
Yeah, here in Montreal, it got pretty crazy.
It was really whack, man. Like, yo, cops doing surveillance on the streets. Like, why? Like,
shit got pretty wild for a while, but...
Like, they're trying to quarantine everyone to not spread the virus. But then again, you're stopping people from living the nightlife that people want to live.
Yeah, and, you know, like... From the movement, you kind of like share it when you're indoors too. So like having a certain flow, I think it pretty. I don't know. I'm not an expert on that, but
me neither, bro.
I feel like when you keep like like water, when you have like a lake, the water is pretty stale and it's not as pure. You know, like things just sit in there. But when the water is flowing, like in a river, you can like actually kind of drink it since it's pretty clean since it flows around. So you know, or like in a pipe.
I like that.
Yeah, I don't know what you call the analogy.
I love that, bro.
Because you know, like for example, like at home, when you didn't like turn on the sink for a while, you turn it, but you don't right away use it. You let it like.
Me, I would use it right away. I'd be like, thirsty motherfucker.
Well, you know,
and then you fill the glass full of water, and you see the water's cloudy, and you're like,
the water's like.
I just drank that.
Yeah, the water's like Coca-Cola color.
Coca-Cola, not even.
Because, you know, like, when the water sits in the pipes, you have all the rust coming in there, you know, stuff like that.
Imagine.
But when you let it flow, you know, you kind of, like, let it clean itself up. Yeah. And then you're good to drink. So I feel like that's kind of, like, how COVID was.
Is that how you run every faucet? You let it run for a bit before you drink?
Well, it depends. If, like, most of the time...
You get paranoid like that, really?
No, not really paranoid.
Okay, it's just common sense type thing?
Yeah, it's more of a habit nowadays.
I never thought about that. I mean, when you go on vacation, that's a different story.
Yeah. Vacation, get that. All the hotel cleaned once again, you know.
Yeah, bro. And you don't know if they cleaned their pipes and shit, you know, like.
Probably didn't. I mean, who cleans their pipes? But, you know, so I think that's kind of like the analogy with COVID. But then again, you know, I'm happy that that's behind us, and we can move on.
Sure.
We can move on
I wanna shout out to you, bro, on your own podcast, because we were kids just years ago.
Yeah.
Like 10 years ago, bro. We were literally 13, 14, just kids, bro, living right here down your street, man. You know, doing our thing, bro. And look at where we are now. We're doing podcasts. We're photographers, videographers. You know, you're learning. I'm learning.
Warriors.
Like, yeah, for sure. We're warriors of our own, bro. We're doing our own thing, you know? Like, I'm proud of you, bro. For real. And shout out to everybody who listens to us, listens to this podcast. You know?
Let's go.
Big gang shit. You know, I ain't bulky like that, but, you know, shout out to Adrian. He's the bulky boy. Yeah. Cheers, bro.
Cheers, bro.
Like, he's on his second glass. Woohoo!
Yeah, well, I'm a big boy. Speaking of that, man, we were talking about that a couple of days ago, about you getting big, bulkier. So, and we didn't like quite finish that conversation.
I don't know how that's gonna happen, bro, because look, I'm not about to strip naked, but I ain't got muscle, I ain't got meat on me. I'm Flacco. The only place I got fat on is my stomach. Not even my ass, not even my legs, nowhere. I got fat nowhere, not even my fingers. Look at these chopsticks. I need to get big, bro. I need to get bulk. I need to find a hack. Guaranteed there's people out there like me that have fast metabolism. Okay, maybe they don't have scoliosis. But, you know what I'm saying, though. You know, there's people out there that are like me without all the perks that I have. You know, gotta love my perks. but, like, honestly, there's gotta be a way.
There is a way, and I'm not like a bulking expert. I kind of like had it.
Come on, bro, look at you. You're bulked.
Yeah, well, I'm naturally
But we know
bulked.
why. Because you're Adrian, that's why.
Oh, yeah, I'm the warrior.
Come on, bro. You're the warrior.
ACBs, that's what's up.
Yes, sir.
But for real, though, I feel like what you really need... How much do you weigh right now, by the way?
Bro, let's find out.
Yeah, well, we'll check a scale later.
I'm like maybe 113, 112, 115.
Wow, you're like a flyweight.
I'm literally paper.
The wind blows you away, huh?
Bro, the only reason why I weigh 100 is because of these rods. Guaranteed.
For real, huh? Those steel rods, huh?
Guaranteed it's these titanium rods.
Titanium?
Yeah.
Those are light, though.
Oh, yeah.
That's a light metal you got there. By the way, I meant to ask you. I might have asked you before, I don't remember. But when you go through security at the airport, does it beep?
I did, to be honest with you, I never go through security. I never go through the metal detectors.
How come?
Doctor told me when you go through security, ask for a pat down.
Pat down?
They pat me down, yeah. You know when they pull you up, when you pass through the machine and you still beep?
Yeah.
And they tell you, pull over aside, and they push the thing and they go boop, 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 boop. You know? That's what they do to me all the time.
Oh, so you just like, instead of going through the metal detector?
My first time, bro, I'll tell you, my first time in Portugal, the guy's like, do you have a paper from your doctor? Me, I'm like, nah. I travel all around the world. Nobody ever asked me for a paper. You know? He's like, well, you need a paper. Pass through the machine. Yeah, pass through the machine. It didn't even beep.
Really?
I think the machine had a problem that day.
Or
to be honest with you.
Or maybe your rods became part of you now, huh?
Maybe they're fake.
maybe
they're plastic. Who knows? Who knows?
Some like cheap Dollarama plastic. So
we don't know.
Yeah.
But I've never gone through a metal detector except for that one time.
Wow.
And it didn't beep. I was hoping it would beep because I want to shove it in their face and be like, yeah, I got rods in me.
Yeah.
You know?
You really wanted to try? Well, here's the answer.
Exactly, you know, like, and that one time it didn't beep, and they were like, and I was like,
I guess you don't have metal.
your
rods.
machine's broken, huh? And he's like, sometimes, maybe yes, maybe no. Well, you know, at least they didn't hold me hostage.
That was in Portugal?
In Portugal, yeah.
Okay.
One time, bro, I went to Texas, and they held me hostage at customs.
Really? How come?
Yeah, because, like, you know, I fly on my mom's passes, because, like, my mom works at the airline type thing.
She still does?
Yeah.
Nice.
She's been there for almost, like, 23 years, bro, as long as I've been born.
Sick.
So, you know, I'm flying, and she's like, I wasn't sure what day I was coming back, so because I didn't have a return ticket, they were like, are you gonna be staying there? Are you gonna be living there? You know? And I was like, not really. I'm coming back. I just don't know if it's like the 9th or the 10th or the 11th, you know?
So you had a one-way ticket?
It wasn't a one-way ticket. It was a two-way ticket. It's just the way back wasn't booked yet because I wasn't sure, you know?
You might have like extended the stay or...
Not even extended the stay. It's just like I was going for like a week and I wasn't sure if it's going to be a week and a day, a week and 2 days. We don't know what the flights, right?
Yeah.
Because when I'm flying on standby, it's like if there's space, I get on. If there's no space, I stay where I am, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Wow. So airports for you, it's kind of a hard experience now.
It's I mean, it's not that much of a hard experience. I could use my mom's passes until I'm 25. You know, I got like
2 years left.
Yeah, literally 2 years. If you don't count this one.
Right.
I'm about to be 24, man. 24.
Crazy. It's crazy, man. You're a big guy, cause
24 with all the knowledge I have and all the experiences I've went through in my life. Like, yo, I wish I had the way I document people's lives with my camera. I wish people could do for me, cause yo, the life story that I have, yo, definitely people can learn from. You know. I'm not saying this because, like, I'm acting cocky or anything. I'm just saying, like, globally, there might be someone, you know, out there in the same position as me or something like that, you know? And I'm sure people are always trying to learn. What is social media for? I honestly feel it's a platform where you can see what's going on in other people's lives.
Right.
If I'm being completely honest, sober thoughts, bro. I'm telling you right now. I feel Instagram, Twitter, Facebook is just a platform for you to see what's going on in the world.
Yeah, and
you know?
Remember, like, well, I mean, we kind of grew up into that, but before the internet,
well, there was nothing.
You had to go to the library to read the book.
Yeah, you had to walk down the street to see your best friend. You couldn't text him and be like, "Hey, buddy, I'm coming over in 5 minutes."
Yeah.
No, like.
But even that, like, you know, before, like, all the knowledge. And that's the thing that I like with the internet, because it kind of like decentralized the knowledge. However, a problem with that is that you have like a lot of like people that write untrue stuff, you know, like they write kind of like bullshit stuff. So that's a problem. You need to filter it out a bit more. But there are like so many things, like, you know, all that I know about videography and photography, I learned it all on YouTube and online.
Guaranteed, bro.
I didn't learn a thing in school.
Back in the day,
I didn't go to school for videography.
Me either. I didn't go to school for videography, photography, graphic design. Okay, I took a trade in computer graphics, but
yeah, you have like a diploma for that. What are you talking about?
Everything that you see, like graphic design wise, like on my Instagram and all that, you know, my portfolio, all that you see there, I didn't learn one bit of that in school.
And by the way, this is not a knock against school. Schools are good. They're important for trades.
Guaranteed.
But now, like, there's a lot of things that you can learn online on your own.
It's just YouTube broke school. Like, literally.
For real.
YouTube and the internet broke school, too. Because, like, there's people, like, you could go on. I don't know if you guys know about Udemy. But Udemy is, like, a platform where there's, like, online courses for all kinds of things.
That's exactly the one I was going to say. Like, Udemy, like, it's one of them. You have,
like... It's a place, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, I learned 3D modeling off there. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm a pro at it. I definitely know, you know, certain bits and pieces. But did I ever finish the course? No. But...
That's why you're not a pro.
I feel like it's definitely a place where everybody can go. And it's your playground for you to learn. It's the place for you to be. I honestly feel like as a graphic designer and a photographer, you know, as a lot of people might look at me and be like, yeah, your graphic design, your photography is your hobby because, you know, I'm not rich yet. But, you know, like who I am as a person, my name's Kyle Nunes and I'm also known as Oculus Creates. So as me being as Oculus Creates, like I honestly feel like there's only so much knowledge and so much you can learn that you can truly put out there for people to see. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I can come here and shoot a whole video of your whole house, and it can come out to something you wouldn't even think it would be, you know?
Yeah.
Not just because you work with me, but because you're working with someone who's dabbling into a field that you want to learn. You know, the fact that you want to learn, bro. You want to learn these videography, photography. You want to tap into like professionalism and all of that, bro. All these aspects of, you know, being a creative and being a creative mind. I honestly feel like it's super important for yourself, bro, for you to develop your style. The big thing, bro, back then, 2018, 2019, the whole thing, bro. I'm not saying this for everybody, but I'm saying for myself, I started off on Twitter, making Twitter headers, Twitter profile pictures. I was in the gaming industry, so making like, you know, Twitch packages and all of that. That's how I started, bro, in the graphic design industry, you know? And then I developed my own style. My own style is realism. So everything that I create, I wanted to look as if it was taken through a camera, or literally it's like what your eyes see. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that realistic that you can't tell that it was done on Photoshop. That's literally my style. That's my end goal on every project, you know? And I come to the point to where if I can teach anybody that aspect, I want you to take that and grow from it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, bro, anything I can teach you, bro, I want you to take that and flip that, bro. Fry it, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I want you to kill that shit. If you become better than me, you do you, bro. You know, at the end of the day, I know where I stand. I know where you stand. I know you learned from me. I share my legacy, bro. If one day I pass, bro, there's someone out there that's sharing my work. Someone out there that's, you know, living the legacy that Oculus put on the world for someone to see, you know?
For sure.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think like with
like, yo,
what's nice with videography and photography and with arts in general is that I might not surpass you, but there's not like even like a competition. Like your style is much different than mine, so
right, for sure.
It's a place where like we can both coexist and succeed together and
for sure,
collab together. That's why we're
guaranteed.
That's
bro.
why we're together here.
Yo, I'm down for the day we collab on a project, bro, and I see your name and my name together. Like, yo, that's like something I never thought I'd see. To be honest with you, bro, like coming up as kids, bro. Back then, bro, we used to play with Legos, bro. Yeah,
by the way, for people who don't, that don't know, me and Kyle, we've known each other since we're like, 10 years old? So that was like 10 years ago almost. We've known each other. Kyle was a neighbor of mine. 10 years
ago, I was 13.
Yeah, so earlier than that. So more than 10 years ago.
Guaranteed, bro. Like,
so more than 10 years ago, we met each other. We were kids, you know, like you said, we were playing Legos. We were doing
Legos. We'd play with RC cars on the street.
Getting run by trucks.
We would break things and rebuild them, like for no reason. Absolutely.
Remember when you pushed my car under a truck?
We don't even talk about that, okay?
Yeah, that was a funny story.
We talk about the car was parked on the street. I still remember we were sitting on the curb. You went to go get me a juice box.
Yeah.
I'm drinking the juice box. And all of a sudden, I'm thinking in my mind, yo, you think the car could get across the street before the truck comes? We floor it. And the car just takes off.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, it's under the truck, and it is what was it? It was a F1 car, no?
It was like a Corvette or something. And I remember like the truck that ran it was like the biggest
18-wheeler alive that ever passed on the street type thing. Like,
yeah, and no that thing destroyed my Corvette. And I remember like picking it up. It was like a freaking pancake. Like all the parts were out. Like it was thin, you know.
And bro, I remember you not giving a crap about that thing. You're just like, yeah, it's okay, bro. Yeah. Anything ever happens to you, you're always okay with everything.
Yeah, well, you know, not really, but that...
No, at the end of the day...
It's hard to be mad at you.
Like... We were just having fun as kids, bro. Honestly, like...
Yeah.
Like, bro, we did all kinds of things. Like, if I could go back... You know, look, what I was trying to say before, bro, when you were talking... All these things I remember about my operation, my first surgery, that is the furthest back I could ever, like, do a recap of my life. You get what I'm saying? That's the most back I can go back with thoughts in my mind. So more back than that, like when I was like 13, before I met you, bro. Sorry, I don't remember nothing.
Really? How come?
The weed, bro.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
be
the
honest
thing,
with
though.
you. The weed was the one thing that, what doctors say, don't smoke till you're 25 because it ruins your brain cells, it erases your memory. I'll be honest, that shit is facts. It's facts because look at me now. I remember only way back when I was with this boy. This guy is the guy. Way back, like, playing hockey on the streets. We set up in the middle of the street, like, literally right there.
Yeah.
Like, right behind us. We take up the whole street. Cars are passing. Fuck them. We just do our thing. We play our thing, Like, I remember you meeting Dushan, even in front of my house.
Yeah.
He had the S2000.
Still has it, right?
Guaranteed, bro. He has two now, bro.
Two S2000?
Two S2Ks, bro. And one's
Wow.
for his daughter type thing, We don't put that in the podcast.
Too late. But yeah, and I remember like another thing like I wanted to say that I really like about you, and ever since we were young, you always had a very great artistic mind. Like I remember,
or like ambition, the want.
Ambition too, but
ambition, right? No?
For sure,
is
yeah,
that the word?
for sure, ambition. Like you always
ambition
had,
is like the want and need to do something, right?
I guess so. Ambition,
kind of.
It's like I feel like it's some sort of goal, right?
Yeah.
That you set yourself, I guess. But what I wanted to say is that you had always like a great artistic mind. Like I remember when we were young, you were so good at drawing graffitis,
Yeah,
a lot of
things
like that, building cool Lego structures.
I wish I would have stayed into that artistic vibe, me drawing and all that. The reason of all that graffiti is the reason why I'm a graphic designer today.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the graffiti, bro, and me tagging on the mailboxes down there, shout out to Feds. But the mailbox down there, guaranteed it's still there. No?
The mail is not there anymore. No. It's been out for a while. But I know what you're saying, and that's what I wanted to get at. Like you started out with drawing on papers,
Yeah, bro.
Like, I remember you had like a book.
I had a book. I still guaranteed still have them books.
The book
the
where
flip
like
book.
the flip
You
book.
flip through it and it shows like a whole scene.
Right, like the old style animation.
I don't know. You remember what that flip book was?
It was something like with a building and a
bro. It was
rainbow or something.
Yo, you bring that back to me, bro. It was basically like a car driving through a city, and then being up in the sky. You remember being up in the sky and a bomb falling?
Oh.
It was basically the recreation of Hiroshima. Hiroshima was the bomb that fell in
Japan,
right?
World War II.
And that was basically my recreation, bro. Car passing, and you see the clouds passing, like the clouds falling, and the bomb falling.
I didn't remember that.
Bro, I remember Hiroshima. That's the only reason why I remember that.
In my head, it was like a rainbow and nice buildings. I didn't think it was something that sinister.
Rainbow, bro. I don't know, bro. Flip book was when I was in Blainville. I didn't make that while I was here.
No, it wasn't Blainville, but it was. I don't know. I remember like it was something like I didn't.
It was
I
a
didn't
flip
think,
book. It was step C. It was like a 10 by 10 little flip. You look at this, Adrian.
Yeah, but in my head, it wasn't like a bomb like Hiroshima.
Yeah, I remember it being Hiroshima.
But yeah, so there was that too, and like what I was getting at is that all of that led you to become like the great graphic designer you are.
The graphic designer I am. The reason why this whole graphic design thing started is because, like Adrian said, I started off as a graphic designer, and my handwriting got, not just my handwriting, but my writing in general, writing on paper. Till this day, I don't ever grab a pencil and pen and write on paper. It's on notes on my phone. That's it. Me, I just type with a keyboard. But besides that, like, if I could be honest with you guys, the whole reason why I became a graphic designer today, when I was a kid and I started doing graffiti, I wanted to become a mural artist. So, like, those people that paint, like, crazy paintings on walls that look super realistic. Like let's say, like, a staircase that goes upstairs, but it's literally painted on a wall.
Like illusions type.
Like illusion type thing. I wanted to do stuff like that, like professional murals, And my handwriting got so bad, and teachers were like looking at me at a certain point and they were like, you need to use a computer, you need to type up your exams because we cannot understand your handwriting. And at that time, that was like the peak between me doing my exams and me getting my first operation. So when I got my first operation, they gave me the laptop. I installed Photoshop and started making banners, started making all this shit for Twitter.
And all of this is like a great follow-up. Like you started drawing, then you had the computer. You like all of it. Like is it a straight
line? Drawing came first. Scoliosis came after. After the scoliosis, my first operation, because when they gave me the laptop for my handwriting, I was in class making banners, making headers, making all this shit, you know. And then after I had my operation, and they come to me and they're like, yeah, you're going to be homeschooled. So they gave me a laptop, right? And after they gave me that laptop,
what grade was this? Like what grade?
Secondary 4, my second time.
So secondary 4, that's
I redid secondary 4 and I redid grade 2. But when I redid grade 2, they found out I was retarded.
Yeah, that's the ADHD.
I had the ADD. Yes, sir. Attention deficit disorder, you know?
And by the way, I think that is a great contributor, because what I've read and heard about ADD and ADHD is that it's hard for you to concentrate on stuff.
Yeah, but there's a difference.
When it's something that you like a lot, then you're like all in. So,
all into it, bro.
So I think that's a factor for like your artistic behavior.
Get me in this, bro. Get me in this, okay? Look, when I still got ADD till this day, even this right moment I'm talking right now. I've got ADD, but 10 years ago, I was on medication that would keep me focused. It was called Concerta. And even before Concerta, I was on Ritalin. And Ritalin would help me sleep and keep me focused at the same time.
That's speed almost.
Yeah, it's bad. But anyways, moral of the story was that Concerta, when I was on that pill, I wouldn't eat, I wouldn't speak, I wouldn't interact, I wouldn't do none of that. I wouldn't talk to nobody. I would just be in my head. You told me to do something, I do it, and that's it. You know,
nice.
Like, I just don't care. You know, like, boy, I got Janaea calling me right now. You know, shout out to Janaea 2 times. You know, but like,
shout out to
I'm telling you guys, like without that ADD and that attention deficit disorder, and without the weed, you know, honestly, you know, I know there's people out there that don't mess with that and that don't, you know, just don't agree with weed, that it changes their life or, you know, it adds a little bit of spice into it. To me, honestly, it was the one thing that saved me from that medication that kept me sane at that exact moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, when I stopped taking that pill, I was taking that pill till I finished my trade program. I took my trade program from 2017 to 2019. You know, being in graphic design school. And then I joined an internship. I joined Audio Entertainment. They were a record label for, back then his name was JT Soul. And
shout out JT Soul.
Shout out JT Soul. But right now his name is John Rivera. So shout out John Rivera. And shout out Gabby, my 2 boys.
Shout out Gabby, nice guy.
They put me on the map, you know. But, yeah, if it wasn't for that record label, honestly, the guy who run the label at the time was Ethan and Rossi. But Rossi was like a graphic designer. He was like a graphic designer and like he would just take care of everything. Like, honestly, anything that's like creative and all of that. But he decided to, you know. Well, I decided to quit the medication cold turkey, and he was like, "All right, let's do it." So we just literally hid the pill bottle. We hid the pill bottle, and every day I'd come to the studio off my meds and just be myself. And where I am today, I'm myself. I haven't taken that pill in over 10 years. You know, not 10 years. Hold on.
I was thinking about it. 10 years, that was 2013.
Yeah. I'm going to say, like, maybe if you have 5 years, solid 5 years, I stopped. Like, since 2019, that's like not even like 4 years.
That's 4 years, yeah, almost 5.
Yeah, almost 5. Like, shout out to that. Like, the record label saved me. You know, I'm myself, who I am, when I want to be, when I can be, whenever I want. It's not depending like, okay, 6 p.m., the pill's gonna wear off, so then we can go crazy.
Did you feel like you were like limited by the pills? Because I see a lot of like people that put like their kids, because I feel like sometimes kids are naturally like more energetic, right? But they would some doctors, they would say, this kid has ADHD, so we have to medicate him.
ADHD is attention deficit
Hyperactivity.
Yeah, hyperactivity disorder. So basically, when they're not on the pill, bro, it's like they're on crack type shit.
But I feel like they're just
like,
kids, right? Like,
yeah, but
I was like a crackhead when I was
like,
little.
not a crackhead, but like, you know, like kids, adults, you know, like until whatever age you're at, if you're diagnosed with ADHD, you'll forever have that with you, you know, you'll just grow out of it type thing, you know?
Yeah.
But like, ADHD compared to ADD is a whole total different thing, bro. You compare that to me, bro, it's like, I don't want to say it, bro, but kids on crack type thing.
So you weren't like
bouncing
that
off
bad.
the walls. I wasn't that bad. Like when I wouldn't take my medication, I wouldn't talk. Well, no, when I'm off my meds, I eat like a pig. I talk like a fucking boombox, and I just interact with everyone. Like no matter who you are, where you're from, don't matter. I'm here. I'm a clown. This is me. Like when I'm off my meds, this is who I am right now, live. You know, like everything you guys heard me say on the podcast, everything I've said is me naturally, not me being off the meds, not me, none of that. You know, this is like 100% facts. You know what I'm saying?
So in your case, you would say that being off the meds is better for you.
Correct.
Creatively as well.
Creatively,
everything.
100%. Yo, I honestly can't compare myself to being a graphic designer. Yo, being a graphic designer on my medication.
You're getting tired there.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, guaranteed. You know how it is, late nights. But yeah, me being on my medication as a graphic designer, I honestly don't feel like I have that creative flow or have that creative, how would I say, like, you know, the freedom in your mind to actually, like, I don't know if you know what it means to
there was some sort of a limit on your mind, right?
Yeah, when you're on the medication, they tell you to do something, that's all you do, you know? You get what I'm saying?
I feel like you mean like you were kind of like, you know, like a horse, he has blind.
Yeah, exactly. That's all you see. That's all you see, bro.
And then when you stop taking the medication, the blind went off and...
Yeah. I see everything and realize that there was actually 5 or 6 guys in the room, you know? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm actually being serious. That's how it is, bro.
Yeah.
When you're on that medication and tell you, okay, yo, make this flyer, make this book, design this book, it needs to be ready in 3 hours. 3 hours later, book's done. I don't like this. I don't like that. Okay. Fix this, fix that. And there's like fucking 3, 4, 5 guys in the room doing my thing.
So it did help you focus on a specific task, but creatively it didn't help. It worsened it.
Yeah, creatively I didn't have... sorry. I didn't have like no creative freedom, honestly. Like on that medication, I was so brainwashed as a kid that like it like didn't give me no freedom at all. Like honestly, like as like when I was on the medication, like yo, I've made pieces of art in the past 2-3 years that like I didn't even think I could make.
They were fire.
You know? Like they were ridiculous. You know, like I don't know if Adrian wants to showcase any of these pieces,
but I definitely will.
You can, you know, see them right here. No, just kidding. But yeah, like, you know, like moral of the story of everything, you know, whether you have ADD or ADHD, I don't want to tell people what to do, but if I would seriously have an opinion, and if you want to hear my opinion, get off of those meds. Because you're not who you are because of those meds. Like, seriously.
Adderall, Ritalin,
Adderall, Ritalin, Concerta, I don't know any of the other ones.
Straight in the garbage.
Straight garbage. Like, if you wanted that bad, just think about this, okay? What I'm about to say right now. You can have everything you want in the world. Everything. You just gotta want it bad enough. You get me?
Word.
Like anything you want in this world. You want Kim Kardashian? You want it bad enough? You can get it, boy. You can get it, boy. Come on. Look, the guy drives a Beamer. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Like, if I would, like, you know, find a way to, like, share a thoughtful mind or a thoughtful mindset with you right now.
That's why we're here, bro. I want to hear it.
Being a creative mind, or just me being as a person, shout out to everybody who watches this, everybody who supports, Warrior Spirit, or even me, Oculus Creates. Like, I'm just telling you guys straight facts. Live your life and do what you love, because like, without that, if you don't love what you do, there's no reason of doing it. I do what I love because I love what I do. And that's my motto for my life. Everything. No matter who I work with, no matter if it's a big artist or small artist, big client, small client, I'm doing my services out here. There's people working with me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure with you, bro, okay, maybe you want to work with big heads. Maybe you want to work with small heads. You get what I'm saying? No matter who you work with, bro, you got to start somewhere.
100%.
Like, look at us doing this podcast right here, bro, in your basement. We chilling out here. We vibing.
The training facility, not the basement.
Huh?
The training facility.
Training facility, boys.
Come on, man.
We out here in the training facility. You know what it is? We out here doing our thing. We sipping some whiskey. We chilling. It's honestly the vibe. I've never had this vibe. I've never sat at the end of the table and sat in front of a mic and get to talk on this. Like to me, bro, it's a gift. It's a gift, bro, to be here, bro. It's a blessing to be here. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you from the heart, bro.
Oh, yeah. I'm happy to have you on, man. You're a great guy.
Sure. Whether I'm sober or not,
I admire you a lot.
Shout out to the next glass,
My glass is empty, but...
Oh, this is going to kill me.
But yeah, we talked about ambition earlier, and I think that's what you have a lot, because you had this passion for art, right? For, like, drawing, Then it came to graphic designing, and now you're actually able to monetize it to push your dream even further. So that's ambition, pushing it. That's like hard work. So
100%.
You're a grinder, and more than that, Kyle, you're a warrior, man.
Bro, for sure, bro, 100%. And like, I shout out to you for putting me on, because without you,
it's a pleasure, man.
I wouldn't be pushing myself. Like, I'm not saying just because of you I wouldn't be pushing myself, but I'm saying the fact that I get to see you doing what I used to do a couple years ago is blowing my mind, because I never thought you would be doing this type of thing,
There's a thing, like, there's a lot of people who see their other people that do the same thing in their space as competition, so it kind of, like, turns themselves down.
Right.
Like, with the horse with the blind, like, oh, that's competition. I don't want to collab. I don't want to talk with them. I'm not going to help them. So it's kind of like a toxic mindset. Instead of like seeing like me, I'm seeing you. You have a different style than mine, right? But you're still in the same field, like photography, videography. And instead of me saying like, oh, Kyle, he's a competition. I don't want to talk with him. I don't want to help him out. Instead of saying that, I'm going like, yo, Kyle, you have a great style. I love how you work. How about like we work together and share our styles, bro, and grow together?
That's another thing. Like, I don't mean to cut you off, but I just, that's why I'm trying to bring you on my sets. Like, I understand you don't like the music scene. From what you've heard so far and the things you didn't experience much.
It's not that I don't like the music scene. It's just not my type of thing, I put that thing on mute, bro.
Yeah, my bad, bro.
It's okay. But it's not that I don't like the music scene. It's not like my type of thing. Music videos, I don't really watch music videos. I'm not really in the music scene. But like artists that create their own craft, that work their music, that have like that creative vision, I respect that a lot.
Guaranteed, bro.
It's just 100%
work.
But yeah,
and
you
like,
getting me in there, that's another thing. Like, I am more focused, like, fitness, martial arts, right? Product pictures, but the music videos and music industry, I don't really know that. So having a guy like you in my team, we're both teammates,
bro.
We can learn more from each other.
The biggest thing, I don't want to cut you off again, bro. I know it's bad, but
go ahead. You're the guest, man.
The biggest thing to me, honestly, is the fact that Adrian, AC Productions, has tapped into a field that I never thought he would tap in. To me, that's big, bro. Guy started off his whole warrior spirit, his whole like fitness thing. Like, as kids, bro, we were playing Legos back then. We were playing PlayStation back then. Ain't nobody ever thought about, picking up a camera, picking up boxing gloves and being like, hey, I'm going to start my business. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like,
By the way, I don't mean to cut you off as well,
bro,
but shout out to PB as well, man. Without PB, I wouldn't be here.
Bro,
I don't want to say his name because, we have our thing here, but PB, man, you're the G.
And shout out to BB. Don't know you, bro, but
PB.
Much love, bro. So
we'll see on the next podcast. He couldn't be here, unfortunately, but the next one he'll be here as well. So yeah, like collabing and sharing instead of keeping all to yourself, it's a much better mindset, I feel, for growing in business.
What is the reason? Like, what is the reason to being so secluded and like being so like tied up within yourself and just working with yourself when you could be working with thousands and hundreds and loads of other creators, like, and be sharing not only your wisdom but be sharing your knowledge and learning from others. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm not a pro. Whether it's a graphic design, photography, videography, I'm not a pro. I'm far from it. I just got my style and do my thing, But like, if I could ever learn from anybody else, shout out to my boy Partenza. Like, shout out to everybody, bro, that I know, bro. Like, like, I'm telling you guys, like, I'm learning everything from everyone, Not everything, but I'm learning a lot. And not like as if I'm just trying to work with them just to learn. I'm trying to work with everyone because, we're not just here for ourselves. We're here as a community. We're here to work with everyone. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a genuine feeling of like, wanting to commute.
Yeah, it's not like, competition. In the year 2023, competition, there shouldn't even be competition, bro. You work with who you want to truly work with. And that is what it is. Like, honestly, like, if I'm being honest, like, to all these rappers out there, like, y'all do what you want to do. Y'all work with who you want to work with, Like, I honestly feel like there shouldn't be competition,
Like, think about it. KSI and Logan Paul?
Yeah.
They used to hate each other, right? They boxed. Like, they were rivals.
Yeah,
now, they collabed and they have one of the biggest, like, sports drink ever. Like, Prime Energy. Prime. That thing, it's huge.
That's crazy. That's a collab between them two?
Yeah, it's KSI and Logan Paul. They collabed. Now they have Prime Energy. Prime Energy is the primary drinking thing of the UFC. Can you believe that? Like, in the UFC, on the like the cage,
the banners and shit, is like, it says Prime.
It's Prime. Well, you have other stuff too, but Prime is one of them. They collab together and now they're much bigger together instead of like having their own entities. So collabing, it's a great thing, and people like shouldn't have. That's good for like business as well. Oh, my camera died.
Yeah, how do you know?
There's something up there. Like, I can't really read. But I think
Should I get up and check it?
No, it's okay.
All right.
Well, anyway, we'll wrap up soon.
Yeah. No,
so,
sure.
But yeah, like keeping all to yourself, I don't think it's a nice, it's the smart thing to do.
Yeah,
but
no worries, bro.
I really want to get into last thing, and then like we'll wrap this up. So now after your surgery, to get back to the surgery there, do you have like any like physical things that you do? Like, did you consult with a physical therapist or anything for your back? What's your range of motion, stuff like that?
Do you want me to swap your battery? I have extra.
It's good. We'll
all right, because bro, we could just have, this part is not recorded, but this can just be audio. We can just have it audio instead of video. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, keep going. All
right,
yeah, go ahead.
Back to what you were saying, bro. What was it?
Yeah, so I was asking, like, now with your surgery and your back is basically fused now. So I'd imagine that your range of motion is pretty limited. And do you have
showcase my scar if you want to see it?
Well, not right now. And by the way, for people who didn't see it, I will tell you what it is. It's like if Iron Man did his surgery there.
And basically,
But what I want to ask is, like, did you have any like consultation with a physical therapist? Or
I did. I started doing physiotherapy, and physio lady told me that I needed to, get these resistance straps and start building up my arms and, whatever's back here, the traps or whatever it is, and I started, but, the consistency is hard. Me as a creative, my first mindset is jumping on the computer and making that art, There's people waiting for my services type thing,
Yeah.
I ain't got time to wake up and start, just getting jacked,
But let me shoot here another perspective. Imagine, like, if you skip all of that. Finish it. It's almost there. You're almost there. There you go. You finish your whiskey. So imagine like instead of like just jumping right away on your computer and skipping the physical therapy, if you do that, your body is probably going to break off sooner. So you won't be able to do as much like graphic designing as you would if you would.
You think like my body would seize, right? Like it would cramp up while I'm working or while I'm designing, because
I don't know, but it's definitely not gonna get better.
Okay. I get what you're saying. So you're saying like, I don't want to cut you off, bro, again.
Don't worry, go ahead, bro.
You know, after the whiskey, it's like this.
Go ahead, bro.
But
don't worry.
What I'm trying to say is like, you're saying if I start working out now, before I jump on the computer and do my thing, you think that later on, while I'm done doing my graphic stuff, my body's gonna feel better?
100%. Like, I mean, if you keep, it's like a car, right? If you do the maintenance on your car, right, it's gonna last you a long time. Like, of course, like you can skip the maintenance and go to like the groceries or to your job, right? But the car, if you don't do the maintenance, it's gonna break off one day or another. Mm-hmm. And you rather like keep it maintained and lasting longer than breaking you one day when you least expected. You're on the middle of the freeway, right? Then your car breaks down, right? You don't want that. That's the same with your body. Imagine like, I don't know, you're walking back home from a business trip, right? You did a great shoot. Mm-hmm. You're about to edit. You go home and then bam, your back cramps up, right? Your body stiffens up, and then bam, you have to go back to the hospital, go through the process again. You don't want that. So you want to keep your body maintained. So that's what I'm saying. Like, and you don't have like to do crazy trainings to get jacked up, you know. Like you said, like your physiotherapist recommended like
resistance straps.
By the way, for people that don't know, resistance straps is like elastic bands instead of like using weights.
Actual weights.
Elastics. So that's a great way. I hear that a lot. Like I see a lot of people like when they rehabilitate from injury, a lot of time they use like resistance training, not like big weights. Yeah. Another thing though, I see a lot is pool training. Like you go in a pool, swim,
training in the pool and swimming. That's what they tell me. 5 months after my operation, they tell me to go swimming. But like,
swimming is good, bro.
If I can't jump in the water and I can't dive like when I was a kid, I don't want to be in the water. You know,
but you don't have to dive. Like it's just swimming
just
around,
swimming, moving your arms. Around, because most of the day I'm jammed. I'm like doing this or I'm doing this. Like I'm standing. I'm holding a light for like 20-30 minutes, bro. I'm already like tired. You
want to keep moving. Like you want to.
I need that strength, bro. I could have my arms up. I could be holding down low. I could be holding up top and not have any pain. You know. But as a skinny fly guy like I am,
it's tough to get jacked for sure, like with your fast metabolism.
You took the words out of my mouth, bro.
It's tough, but putting on, honestly, like there's like the guys that are big, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Ronan.
Yeah,
those are like big boys, but you don't really want that. What you really want?
What's that guy, Lance Stewart?
Lance Stewart?
You know him?
I don't know him, no.
Bro, he's another guy, bro, on Snapchat type thing, doing his thing.
Shout out to Lance
Always
Stewart.
At the store. There's all kinds of guys, bro. I got on here, bro, that train.
But
it shows motivation at the end of the day.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You can't get motivation.
They definitely motivate me, bro. I see their snaps. They're showing, like, their reps and what they do and what you should do on your leg day, on your, day you do your back or whatever you guys call it, Like...
For sure.
I definitely want to get out there and go to the gym and try to do that thing. But, like, to have it consistent every day, wake up 6 a.m., go to the gym till 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning, and you're there pushing weights every single day. Me, with my back, I honestly feel like there's probably a safer way to do it.
For sure. And you know what that way is, in my opinion? Calisthenics. Body weight.
Body weight, exactly. Moving with your own body weight, because at least you know what you're moving.
Yeah, for sure. And there's so many guys out there like calisthenic pros. Like shout out.
You have a buddy, bro, right? You got a buddy that does calisthenics.
So PB, shout out to PB. He couldn't make it here today, but PB is a beast in calisthenics, 100%. I know another guy. He is on Instagram is Vinny Calisthenics. Shout out to you, Vinny. You're the beast. And another guy, 23 Gregoire on Instagram as well. Shout out to you, Greg. Those guys and a lot of them it's calisthenics they do, and calisthenics it's a lot of body weight movements. You go on bars, you go dips, pull-ups. You can start with resistance training, build some strength. You can go to push-ups.
The thing is, bro,
stuff like that. You don't. In my opinion, in your case, you don't really need weights. Well, all you need is to work your muscles and having like some strong stability around your
But
spine.
it's like, you know, like to have the sorry.
Don't worry. Go ahead.
To have the consistency of like working in, what do you call this? Body fitness.
Yeah.
Right? Like building up your body. That consistency I have for creative work. To have that for my body itself and to make my body heal and get stronger, I just feel like I don't have that, you know?
You can definitely work it. And in your case, especially, but everyone listening to the podcast and in general, you kind of need to, because your body is like your vehicle. Imagine if your vehicle breaks down. You know, like you see a lot of people, like when they get older, there's a lot of people that they get in like in wheelchairs pretty early on in life. And a lot of those cases, not all of course, but a lot of those cases could have been prevented with like basic
fucking running the treadmill, bro.
Basic fitness. Like it doesn't have to go like you go to the gym, you bench press the whole gym there, you squat, you know. It doesn't have to be that big. Just like
running a bit, bro.
Yeah, go for a walk.
Exactly,
do
bro.
some push-ups, do some sit-ups, you know, do some elastic band training. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Honestly, man, in your opinion, you don't even need to go to the gym.
Honestly, yeah, for sure, bro.
But just having that physical therapy, I guess.
Tension, yeah.
Fitness, you know, that basic fitness training, it's beneficial. And when you'll grow older, you won't regret it. It's going to make you like
guaranteed.
Much, you know, like you won't decay as fast.
Like, yeah, I feel what you're saying though. Like,
it's important. I know it's hard for sure, especially when you start out. But you know what the cool thing is? You get to love it as you do it.
Yeah, that's the thing I was just about to jump out and say, bro. Like, you know, I see all you guys, you fitness guys, you know, going to the gym 5, 6, and 7 in the morning, you know, early. And I'd be like, yo, these guys actually love going to the gym and filling in their pumps, you know, and doing these things, you know, like.
It becomes a game.
Why can't I get that? Because my mind is too focused on the creative. It's too focused on Photoshop. It's too focused on playing with my camera. Too focused on creating that creative visual for anybody else who needs it.
But you know what's nice though? It can be both. Like you have your own like training, and at the beginning you kind of like follow the training of other people because you don't know, right? You follow the training of other people, and then as you like get
when you're holding the gimbal, bro, after like 2-3 hours of shooting, after a while you're tired.
Right.
You're tired, bro. Imagine being jacked and not even feeling the weight of the gimbal.
Like I do. Like gimbal is like a feather to me.
Exactly, bro. It's like as if you're lifting me in the air.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
It's nothing, bro. You know, like imagine for me, bro. Like, okay, I'm holding my gimbal. My gimbal's nothing, but holding your gimbal with my camera or the other camera, like that's a different story, a whole different ball game. You know?
Yeah.
Like, imagine training once, 2-3 times a week, shooting videos once a week, not even feeling the workout that happened within a day, whether it's you're training or whether you're working on the video shoot.
Yeah,
you know, like not even feeling the difference of your body being sore or anything. Like, yo, that's a dream, bro. To me, honestly,
for sure.
To me, bro, not feeling like, oh, yo, I'm sore. I can't come into today's shoot. Nah, bro.
And like I'm saying, it doesn't have to be like a crazy workout. It can be just like push-ups in the morning, sit-ups, you know, you go for a run. If you have a bar, you can go for pull-ups, you know.
Yeah.
If you have elastic bands, you pull on them, you do the other exercises.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like crazy gym workout. And another thing, like a lot of people say, oh yeah, you're training. Well, we don't care about all the muscles you have, you know. Okay, you can train for that, aesthetics, but imagine like you want to get home from Costco or whatever superstore, and then you have to get your bags to the home.
Superstore, shout out to the USA.
Yeah, the market, whatever. Like you have bags, and imagine you can't even like carry your own.
Yo,
bags.
imagine you can't carry like 2 bags on each arm. Like, yeah, I'd be sad.
Imagine you're that weak, like you know, and you know you want to carry your bags home. Like
shout out to all the weaklings. You know, I'm weak too.
Yeah, you know, like, again, like if you're weak, it's okay. You can like work and get better.
Yeah, guaranteed, bro.
Doesn't mean
effort,
weak,
bro.
okay.
Effort and the right mind and the right what is it that you call it, bro?
Mindset.
Not mindset, but not cohesiveness.
I think
commitment. Commitment is a word.
Commitment.
To want to do things every single day. every single day, no matter what time it is, no matter the weather, no matter what it looks like outside, no matter what it looks like inside, you want to do that. Like me, I honestly wish I felt that way, like for like training. No matter what time it is, no matter what it is, okay, pull like at least 15, 20 reps.
But yo, bro, boom, boom, boom. I want to tell you something though, and that's for everybody out there. For sure. The beginning, it's always hard. It's always hard to start something new. And in this case, we're talking about fitness, but that's applicable to anything. It's always hard
in life, bro,
to start something new. But at the beginning, you kind of like, you don't force yourself, but you kind of push yourself a bit more. Yeah. And then it becomes fun. You know, like for me, for workouts, when I used to go to the gym at first, I would do like the classic, you know, bodybuilder type workouts, like chest, you know.
Okay, what is basic bodybuilder type workout? Like,
okay, so what I mean by that is...
Like chest on the machines?
Yeah, what I mean by that is more like isolated muscle workouts. So for example, bench pressing, tricep...
bench pressing is what? Is like...
When you're on the back and you push.
You lift up those two big weights?
Yeah, with the bar. You know, like the big boy.
Yo, shout out to you guys, bro. You guys don't know me back in high school. I couldn't even lift up the bar. That's how weak I am.
Yeah.
The bar itself, bro.
Call the weakling. But before we get too lit up here, I want to say, like, it doesn't matter, like, if you don't have an athletic background, you know, there's always a time to start, and it's very beneficial to life. Like, I can't stress this enough. It doesn't have to be, like, going to the gym at 5 a.m., lifting the whole gym. Hold on. And pushing like the whole workout, pushing like the whole gym, putting all the crazy weights out there. It just has to be like a walk, a run, push-ups. It doesn't have to be, but it's essential to life.
Right.
And you won't regret it because it will help you do like daily tasks, like pulling, like I said, like picking up your bags, going to the home, you know.
Anything.
Just holding the gimbal, like Kyle said. Gimbal, by the way, it's the thing that stabilizes the camera. So a lot of things like that, you know. And it's just going to make your life overall much nicer when you get older. You won't be as, you know, you won't have to get on the wheelchair early on, you know. It's just gonna be better for you.
For sure.
What you want to say?
What I wanted to say was, like, do you think it's ever too late for anybody to work out?
I don't think so. In my opinion,
like any moment in your lifetime, in your lifespan. Okay, we don't know how long a human lives, but anyways, from their whole lifespan, do you think any moment could change your life when they start training?
You know, I know this guy. He's Wheels Fit. Shout out to you, Wheels. He's a guy that has, I forgot the name of the condition, but he has like super fragile bones. Like
I don't know. I don't know if it's exactly what he has, but
it's not scoliosis. But it's
no.
Yeah.
Bristol bone disorder or something like that.
Whatever the name is, like he has a super fragile body. And when he was young, like he told me, like by the way, he had a podcast on with him.
Oh, crazy.
And he couldn't play soccer with his friends, you know. He had to go in a wheelchair, you know. But that didn't stop him. He went, and now he's a professional swimmer. If I'm not mistaken, he's in Aruba. It's like a super nice island. So he's a Paralympic swimmer type guy. So when he was young, you know, he didn't like just pity himself and say, it's over for me. Like, I have like this super weak body, right?
Yeah.
Breakable bones. I won't do anything. He said, no, I'm going to use it to my advantage. So he figured out swimming. He started swimming. He got good at it. And on his Instagram, he has a lot of like videos where he does like push-ups with no legs, you know, just hand push-ups, you know, V-ups, like a lot of crazy stuff that for
he has legs though. He has his full body.
Yeah, he has his full body. Yeah, he has his full body.
I thought that guy had an amputees type thing.
No. He has his full body, but you know, like that guy could have gave up earlier in life and say, guaranteed. I'm screwed. You know, I have this weak body. I'm not gonna amount to anything. But still, he pushed himself, and now he's a swimmer. Now he's in Aruba, in the island, training there for the Paralympic Canadian team. He's also like, if you watch his Instagram, the guy is jacked. He's big. To him, bro. Shout out to Wheels Fit, man. Wheels Fit, you're the G.
Wheels Fit, man.
You're the big boy. So you know he could have gave up, right? But he didn't.
Guaranteed, bro.
Push. So what I wanted to say to answer your question, even when you're later in life, and if you're still able to move and do like physical activities. Mm-hmm. Why not?
No matter the age, right? No matter
the age. Like, even if you're like elderly and later in your life, just like, and you know, it doesn't have to be like going to, like I've said a couple of times right now, it doesn't have to be like going to the gym, pushing like those crazy weights, pumping those irons, you know, making those PRs crazy. It doesn't have to be that, but just like walking down the street, going for a run, climbing stairs, push-ups,
Right, bro.
sit-ups, you know, basic stuff. It's going to help you out no matter what age you're at. So I think, to answer your question, it doesn't matter how old you are. There's not a bad time to start. It's always a good time.
Yo, and my end question, bro.
Go ahead.
Is it ever too late to be a warrior?
Never, bro. Warrior,
No, bro.
it's a mindset.
Never too late, bro. It's a mindset, bro. It comes from the heart, bro.
There's never a time too late to unleash your inner warrior. We all have it in
Guaranteed.
us. We all can unleash it.
Guaranteed.
All it
No matter
matters-
the age, bro. No matter if you're 20, no matter you're 18, you're 17, 16, no matter you're 25, you're 50, you're 60, don't matter. You got that hidden talent? Show it, bro.
Unleash your inner warrior, guys.
Yes, sir.
On that note, want to wrap up?
Yes, sir. Let's wrap up, bro.
Oh yeah, I forgot a thing. Talk about BNB. What is that?
Yo, shout out to everybody who doesn't know. But yo, B&B is my brand, bro. I got it on me. I don't know if y'all can see. But yo, it's all about being built, not bought. So yo,
Built, not bought.
Built,
That's
not
what it
bought.
stands for.
basically what it stands for is being built, not bought. And like, you know, not only Europeans, but this goes to everybody. But you know, it was based off us Europeans, because you know, me and my boy were like, my boy's half Portuguese, half Italian, and I'm fluently Portuguese, 100%. And you know, all of us that came to Canada or came into this world, bro, we came into nothing with, but like, we came into this world with nothing but clothes on our backs. You know, and to being built, not bought, is building yourself from the bottom top without investing a dime, bro. Like, literally, there's people that buy their life, that buy their brands, that buy this, that buy that, you know, invest all kinds of money, and it's never to what you want. Built, not bought is you doing it yourself and being at the top where you want to be, because if you would have spent a dime, if you would have spent $1 to be where you wanted to be today, nobody would have made you be at the exact same place that you wanted yourself to be.
I love that motto, bro. That's where I come from as well. So Build Not Bought, we will link the website in the description down below.
Build Not Bought our code. You know, we got sweaters, we got t-shirts, we got hoodies, we got all kinds. If you guys B&B, you guys Build Not Bought, you guys made it from the bottom and made it to the top, this is your spot. This is where you gotta be in. You know, if you guys want to support our brand, support Warrior Spirit. You know, if you guys are all about that fitness, this is the guy you gotta go to. If you guys are about that lifestyle, you guys come to me.
For sure.
And you guys could do both, bro. If you do gym and lifestyle, B&B and Warrior Spirit. You know, let's do that collab. Let's do it.
For sure, bro.
For sure,
and
bro.
that will happen soon. And also, BNB, the website will be in the link down below. Check it out.
Yes, sir, boys.
Oculus Create, Instagram, Kyle's Instagram.
Yes,
will
sir.
Be in the
OC
link.
made that. We on this, you know. We out here.
It will be in there down below. And as always, guys,
For
check
sure.
out Warrior Spirit.
Much love, boys.
Check out
Peace. On to the next one.
check out our store, guys, to get yourself hydropower bags. You know, you want to get into fitness, you want to get into martial arts.
Yes,
Warrior
sir.
Spirit is the place to be.
This is a place to start, boys. You want to start that fitness life? Warrior Spirit is a place to start, boys.
So, yeah, and for Warrior Spirit, guys, if you see this podcast and you like what you're seeing and you want to support the brand and you want to get anything on our store, use the code WS.YT. That way you will get 10% off on any of your purchases, and we will know that you come from this YouTube channel. We will know that you support us, and so that will make the brand bigger, that will make the movement bigger. As
Yes,
always,
sir.
guys, Kyle, thank you very much for coming in.
Much love, bro.
And as always, guys, unleash your new warrior. AC out.
Peace, boys.